Hi, Chris Conway here, and I know we've had a couple of album anniversaries of mine with Sounds Like Rain and Deja Blue albums that I made videos for, and I can't believe I nearly forgot this one. It's 25 years since my Earth Rising album, which was a huge thing at the time for me, and the biggest album I ever made in terms of instrumentation and well, really, it was my big push to kind of get further on in sort of folk rock or whatever, or as a singer-songwriter. A lot of things were happening at that time. I'd played twice with Vikki Clayton's band at Cooperative Festival, and met quite a few people there. And the drummer in Vikki Clayton's band, Clive Bunker, was the first drummer with Jethro Tull on their first three albums, and I persuaded him to play on this album, so that was a big feather in my cap. And Vikki's record label, which was a New Day Records, which was the Jethro Tull fanzine label, agreed to release this album. So yeah, there were a lot of things happening around that time, and so I poured a lot into it. I had 24 guests, as I said, including Clive Bunker, the Jethro Tull drummer, and Vikki Clayton is on it. And I had a string trio, the Strung Out Sisters, Sally Barker, whom some will remember from The Voice, but also is well-known singer-songwriter, did some amazing harmonies, and various, because my band, Jody Krangle from Canada, James Lee Stanley sent his vocals in on a track from California, and I was later that year to do a little tour with him and Peter Tork from the Monkees around the UK. So my friends from Jazz Orient, Baluji Shrivastava and Linda Shanovich, and my band, The Talking Fish, just a lot went into it. And I had live drums, which I don't think I'd been able to do before. I had to hire a studio just to do the tracks with the drums with Clive and Bunker and the band for that, and then do the other tracks at my home studio, which was still pretty early days for me for multi-tracking, and I was learning about mastering tracks as well, which was a bit of a dark art that I didn't know anything about. And I think I mixed it for 6 months at least, almost all day every day. So it was a big thing, and it was a kind of concept album, a hippie concept album if you like, about all the groovy people leaving this how should we put it, this world of unsatisfactory world, and heading off to either by starship or other. It's all left very vague, to go to gather together to go on a big voyage, probably out in space or whatever. It's a very vague concept, but that was what was the thing behind it. And yeah, I mean, I was very hyped up, and I'd written a lot, and I was arranging a lot, and yes, it really took over my life for a while. And it had an unfortunate opening, but because I mean, the record label were great. They paid for a advert on Q magazine, which was the big magazine then, and also it got a great review on Q magazine, and everything was queued for it to come out. And unfortunately, when the album came out, two things happened. One, there was a batch of the CDs which wouldn't play on certain CD players. It was a funny time with CD players, with old ones and new ones, some not being able to play things. So I paid for an extra run of the discs that could play on everything. And then that was still sortable and went okay. But then the copies of the album got lost by the distributor, the record company, for 6 months. So I'd ring the label and they'd say, we sent them off to the distributor. I'd talk to the label and they said, can't find them. And eventually they turned up 6 months later, long after whatever advertising and whatever the review might have done for it. So that was a downside of it, but I'm very proud of it, and perhaps it was for the best, because I don't think I really was cut out for the live touring up and down, necessary, and trying to push my name in venues and with a band and taking a band around the country and what have you. I don't think I was up for it. This we're talking about 2000, the year 2000, turn of the millennium. So it was around that time, but I'm certainly very proud of it. It's a very big sound and quite a rocky sound for me, perhaps the rockiest. And I can't believe 25 years have gone by. It was an exciting time, and yes, and I'm very proud of it. So maybe give it a listen. It's called Earth Rising, and yeah, I was pleased I was able to buy the artwork from the artist this time, which was nice. And so instead of just using a photo of mine, and it got a booklet, proper booklet with all the lyrics and photos in, and all done nicely, and it kind of printed Earth on the disc itself. And so yes, it's a big album for me, and some very big songs that I still sing, quite a few of them. Life, Magic and Love was a big one, and I've just started doing Age of Miracles, which is the one James Lee Stanley sings on, and a little bit of Loving. I still play that. It's a piano ballad, and on here it's done by my friend Jody Krangle in Toronto. Yeah, before I go, and some others that are just too big for me to ever play live to do them justice. So happy 25 years, Earth Rising. Give it a spin if you've never heard it. Yeah, so I'm glad. 24, as I say, 24 guest artists, and hope you enjoy the trip, and maybe join me on the trip to leave this earth and go off where all the groovy people gather together. See you later. Hope you enjoy it. Bye.